Hi, my name is Grille and I'm a psychologist working in Sydney. And I'm also the author of two books, Parenting for a Peaceful World and Heart to Heart Parenting. And I've noticed over recent years, more and more people are complaining, parents are complaining of their children bringing home a lot of stress from school, even very young children as young as 6, to the point that some children are breaking down emotionally, are literally unable to go to school. The stress that's put on children increasingly as part of their so-called education is a very destructive influence. And primarily, education should be something that a child can enjoy. That's what switches their brains on to absorb and really digest information and knowledge. In all of the research I've done, I found that a young person's academic performance, their behavior, as well as their social well-being, it actually comes from intrinsic motivation. That is when what they're learning and studying is intrinsically enjoyable and personally meaningful to them. What really worries me right now is that around Australia there has been a trend to standardise education, to make everybody the same, with increased and more stressful testing, examinations. This is a very retrograde step, and teachers around Australia really understand this. It has been a political manoeuvre and not a positive educational manoeuvre, which is destructive to young people's health, to children's health, and also very, very stressful for families. Now, I thought that education was supposed to come from an evidence base. If so, why are schools giving more and more homework to primary schools children and even to preschool children when there is no evidence at all, zero evidence that homework in primary school or younger is of any benefit whatsoever to a child's well-being or a child's academic performance? Whose agenda does it serve to give more and more homework to children in primary school and younger? It's certainly not for the benefit of children, and certainly not for the benefit of their families. The same thing has to be said for this use of NAPLAN testing and the increase of standardization in education systems, which is really an assault on the well-being of children in our nation. The solution is something that the great majority of teachers around the world understand very well. In Australia, we would need to abolish the use of NAPLAN and to end the practice of homework and excessive examinations and tests in primary school and younger. We need to follow the very well-known Finnish system from Finland, in which they have decentralized education and made schools more autonomous, and for the well-being and the success of our children to use increasingly the models of the emergent curriculum in order to make education enjoyable, pleasurable, more successful, which also has a wonderful impact on their well-being emotionally, their social well-being, and their behavior. Thank you very much.